Hi friends, today we are gonna give you a few tips to improve self-esteem, self-love and self-respect. Without these three, there is no self-progress. So come now, let's get into the video. Tip number 1 is be nice to yourself. How nice do you feel when a friend of yours talks to you with more empathy and love? So being nice to yourself is being your own friend. So you become your best friend. So what do you do when your best friend or when your loved one makes some mistakes or does something that is not so wholesome? Or rather, what do you do when your best friend or your loved one feels low, down or depressed? You encourage them and you lift them up, right? And when they make a mistake, you just tell them that it's okay, you can do well next time, right? Now what I'm trying to tell you is do the same to yourself, be encouraging to yourself. Do this with yourself not only when you're down, but also do it when you do something really good. It can be as simple as just arranging your house or arranging your bed sheets, or giving someone a glass of water, or it can be just teaching your children, whatever it is, even the small things that you do. Appreciate yourself. Be as nice to yourself as you'd be to your most beloved or a loved one. Okay, now let's go to tip number 2. It is do not compare yourself with anyone, cause you are a unique masterpiece. Do you know when 5 of them cook the same dish with the same ingredients and still the dish tastes different from each other? Even though every student studies in the same school from the same teacher, still every student has a unique talent. One may be good at drawing and the other student may be good at handwriting. One may be good at sports and the other may be good at art. One may have the quality of being more polite while the other may have the quality of being more daring and courageous. One may have the quality of being more loving while the other may have the quality of being more intelligent. So always remember your uniqueness. Tip number 3 is exercise. Why is exercise so important? It is because it releases the toxins from your physical body. Not only that, it also helps to release the used up energies from your energy body. Thus, exercise makes you feel more alive, fresh and energetic. It is very important to feel this way in order to have a lot of self-confidence. So remember to exercise. Tip number 4 is you don't have to be perfect. Like Grandmaster Chowakoksui says, you don't have to be perfect, at least in this incarnation. Remember that everyone makes mistakes. So you and me are definitely not an exception to it. So do not be too hard on yourself, and when you make a mistake, take it easy. Do not be excessively remorseful or excessively guilty. So accept yourself despite of your mistakes. Tip number 5 is rather than brooding over your mistakes, learn from it and move on. Grandmaster Chowakoksui says, evolution implies time, process and a lot of mistakes. Mistakes are a part of life. So rather than focusing your energy on the mistake and on what you have done, think about what you're going to do, learn from your past and go on. So plan ahead on how you're going to correct the mistake, because Master Chowakoksui says, energy follows thought. Thus, put your attention on the solution and not on the problem or on the mistake. Whatever you focus on, that is going to grow. That is going to manifest in your life. So now just think, would you want to manifest the mistakes repeatedly again and again in your life? If the answer is no, focus on the correction. Well, the next tip number 6 is do what makes you happy. So write down a list of things that makes you feel good when you do it. Develop a hobby or a passion of your choice. This relaxes your mind and makes you psychologically more acute. Tip number 7 is to remember that you are never alone. Have you noticed in your past that many things could have gone wrong or even worse? So, have you noticed the divine intervention or the divine help that you have received during those times that did not allow things to go worse or bad? During the most difficult period of your life, have you noticed that you have been still protected and taken care of? So, learn to develop a kind of faith, a kind of trust that the eyes of God are always watching you and you're never alone. You're always protected by God and the higher beings. So, prayer and meditation are some of the techniques which you may use to develop more trust and more faith. Tip number 7 is remembering that you are a child of God. So, no matter which place, which position, or which post you are still a child of God. This makes you see yourself as equal to everyone. You are no less or no great than anyone. By constantly remembering that you are a child of God, you gradually start to inherit His qualities and His nature. As you start thinking this way and as you start feeling equal, you develop a strong sense of self-respect as well as the character of humility. By doing this over a period of time, you also stop absorbing all kind of psychic garbages, abuses, and deflating words from other people. By always remembering that you are a child of God, you are literally empowering yourself with greater self-love, with greater self-esteem, and with greater self-respect. You don't allow any post, position, culture, religion, society, or the color of your skin to define you because you've already defined yourself as a child of God. Well, hope you like the tips and follow it. Wishing you the best. God bless you. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.